Mm-hmm. Interesting strategy. The single top smack. Stop trying to be artsy. You spilled it on yourself.
It's part of the art.
Yeah, okay.
It's a statement on life.
Yeah, fair enough. There shalt always be a stain. Well, that's about as far down as it would be, right? With your massive schlong. That wet spot's like halfway down your thigh. Holy shit.
Yeah. You kind of be that way.
Oh, boy. I saw something that triggered me the other day.
Did you?
Mm-hmm. And in the ads for movies now, when someone pops a can of the whatever drink, I think it was maybe for a Pepsi, when they were popping a can of Pepsi, the tab stayed up when they poured it, and it triggered me.
Okay, everyone. Hello.
Howdy.
And welcome back to the Full Dark, No Stars Riverdale podcast. We are very pleased today, tomorrow, to tell you.
Yeah, all of those.
We sat down and watched the last 2 episodes
of season
1.
Oh, yes.
Of Riverdale.
That shit popped
Darian.
Off.
How do you feel?
Cheryl's still the best.
She's still so strong.
She's so dramatic, and I would never want her to be any different ever.
Yeah.
I am like knowing like vaguely that Jughead and Betty don't really stay together makes me really sad because they are really sweet together.
They're cute.
I like them.
Cute.
I like them a lot.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's just because they're like a good-looking couple because Cole Sprouse is there. But like, you know,
this is true. This is true.
But lots of stuff going on in these two episodes.
I like how these 2 episodes were formatted. Where nearly all of the mystery is wrapped up in the second to last episode. And the last episode's there is a wrap-up and a lead-in into the next season.
It's,
I'm like,
solid.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah, very solid.
It means if you want the series to end without a continuation, you can just watch till the second to last episode and feel pretty fulfilled.
Actually, yeah.
I kind of liked that.
Because there wasn't a lot at the end of the episode that really was like hanging the carrot.
Yeah.
You know? Because we ended right on what happened. And
found out the mysteries, who done it, the secret behind like everything with the blossoms and what really happened to Jason, who died in episode 1.
Man, I was only 3/4 kidding about the incest. The fact that we actually got there, I'm impressed. I'm so impressed. They're so brave.
We definitely went full incest. No step siblings.
No step siblings. No, period.
I love when they mention like the characters are like, "Oh my god, you were trying to cover up incest," and the Blossom like guy was just like, "They're like third cousins."
They're like third cousins. What does that even mean? Right?
And that gave me a bit of a
chuckle. And I mean, like, it wasn't even really what he was covering up either,
right?
Because we found out what Mr. Blossom actually was about.
It's true.
So he's like, man, I don't give a fuck that there's gonna be incest twins. Man, they are incest twins.
They are actual incest twins.
And wouldn't it be fucked up if they
got together? I don't know if we see far enough into the timeline to see that.
I'm pretty sure we don't. I don't recall seeing anything of Polly, like in the vague things that I've seen over the years.
I didn't know that like Kevin was a character.
That's fair.
And he's just okay. So this entire season, right? You have this character named Kevin. I kind of hate him.
Really?
I kind of hate him, and it's not because of his personality. It's definitely because he's gay. But that's besides the point. Okay. I hate how he's used to fill in for a member that isn't there.
Who?
whatever the episode needs.
Oh, fair enough. Okay,
like you have a core 4-person main cast, but they'll typically like split off one party member, and then just Kevin will fill in for whoever's missing.
Gone. Yeah.
And it means that he's so flat and has so little personality, so he can easily fill the role of whoever's not there and still make it feel like the complete 4-person unit.
It felt like they wanted him to be the spicy gay one, like in the first
in like
2
the first episode, and then after that he's just the replacement for it. He reminds me a lot of Jessie from Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Where she's just there to fill in for what female party member isn't there.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying. Yuffie.
I get what you mean.
Like I don't really like when they have characters like that. It's just like, because it means they're less of a character and they're more there for a mechanical reason.
They are a plot device in that sense.
And that's still a problem even at the end of this season. It's almost more of a problem towards the end of this season, where is just used of like, we need information from X source.
We need information from the serpents, and you're
the go-between.
Super like, because sure, Jughead's dad is FP, who's like a higher up in the serpents or whatever.
Yeah,
but like, the fact is just like that's not a direct link to information. So,
but I am surprised how much this like cleanly wrapped up in the second to last episode. It's like, we did learn everything. All the character conflicts are mostly resolved.
Yeah.
The only like hanging threads are like, what's gonna happen to Jughead's father, who's still in prison? And it's, well, he's been arrested, so he has to go on trial for everything he has done.
And Veronica's dad is coming back. And that's just gonna
Daddy's
be
coming
drama.
home.
Yeah.
Like,
he's a Homa.
Who knows? Maybe she'll love it. Well, it's weird because she's gone back and forth on whether she's excited or not excited.
Veronica?
For her dad to come into her life. Because some episodes she's like, oh my god, we can't betray Daddy.
Right.
And then in some episodes she's just like, oh, but what if he's a killer?
I mean, it feels like her and Hermione kind of swapped positions
a little bit
over the course, where Hermione was very much like moving on.
Trying to.
Like a la getting with Archie's dad. Oh man, imagine if she got with Archie's dad and Veronica got with Archie. That would be kind of, it's not like they're blood related, right?
Like father like son.
Father like son. Love them lodge women, I guess. Shit. No, I was pretty happy with the way it ended up. And we got a glimpse into what the mystery is going to be for season 2.
Right, yeah.
And the interpersonal conflicts. Jughead's going to a new school that's rough and tumble or whatever the fuck.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah. He's going to have a new foster family, so we haven't seen them yet.
That's true.
Yeah,
what that's going to be like?
I don't know.
Or we're just never going to see him, and then when Jughead is not with the core cast, we're just going to get shots of him at school.
Yeah. He seemed to be doing fine, though. In the one scene we saw him at school, which was really funny. I liked that.
Yeah.
It's like, oh no, are people going to assault and bully him? And then they show up, they're like, Jughead, we're here to liberate you.
And then they were like, ah, ha, ha. All of those kids that came up to bully him probably all said the "I'm weird" speech at some point in their life. They all said it.
Oh yeah.
They all did. So
yeah.
Kindred minds, kindred spirits. You know. I don't know, man.
I do love that speech.
I'm weird. Oh my god. I just remember when it came out and it was just, Tumblr was ablaze.
That's literally them.
Yeah. It's just them for.
And Jughead is the most like, oh my god, I'm a guy that sits on the internet.
The chronically online e-boy. Yeah. I don't know if they call him an e-boy.
I don't know.
He could be an e-boy.
I don't know. We got to see the Josie and the rest of the Pussycats showed up in one extra scene. It's been a while.
Josie's the only one who spoke, but like...
Yeah.
That's fine.
You know.
I can't wait for Archie to also go and date the third one whose name we don't know. Which I'm sure has been said, but it's not one that we remember.
It's Josie, the main member, Val, the one that Archie dated for an episode and a half, and the third one.
Who Archie's gonna date in like 2 seasons.
Do you not think him and Veronica are gonna...
They're not gonna stay together. Because as I said before, as much as it sucks that Betty and Jughead are probably going to break up. Betty's going to just have to date Archie for a season. It's just going to happen.
Yeah.
I've resigned to this fate.
Yeah.
And like,
I don't know if it's season 2 or season 3, but I heard that Archie fights a bear.
That sounds so good.
He has to fist fight a bear in the woods. And I'm so looking forward to that.
It transitions to that scene, and then it just plays out the entirety of The Revenant, like the film, but with Archie in place as the main character. It's just the whole film of The Revenant.
Good. It has to be somewhere in season 2 and season 3, right? Mm-hmm. That the show becomes what people associate with Riverdale.
Yeah. I mean, like, so for people you've brought the show up to, what do they usually say?
They usually go, I watched an episode or two, it was weird, or they've seen weird scenes out of context and laughed at them.
Okay. So it's like, but not like a fully informed opinion.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've never met anyone that's like watched the full show.
Mm.
So.
I don't think I have either, but I haven't asked very many people about it, if I'm going to be honest.
You can be the first person you know
to
that watched.
Be like, oh yeah? I watched all of Riverdale.
Mm.
Get after that. And then I like prattle off some, I'm the queen of the bees. Or some shit later.
I'm Cheryl, queen of the bees.
Like, don't get on my bad side. I'm gonna go full dark, no stars on you if you do.
Are you with me? Because where we're going full dark, no stars. That's it. That's it. I'm glad you all were with us as we watched all of Riverdale Season 1. We hope you will look forward to when we start Season 2 of the Full Dark, No Stars Riverdale podcast.
It's going to be really good.
So we're hanging out in good old Crystal Cove.
Crystal Caverns.
Yes.
Are we going to run into one of the Black Waltz while we're here?
God, I hope not.
No, but they're so cool.
No, Black Waltz number 3 is cool. The other 2 losers.
Are you saying... Don't be rude. Black Waltz number 1's a cute little guy. He's stout. He's like... He's just...
He do just be like...
Right?
And I'm like... Tidal Flame? Okay.
Antlion, I'm sorry. Tidal Flame. Get out.
It turns to the sea lion. I'm like, we're gonna be here while stealing from you. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Just give me the Mage Masher and I will be on my way, okay?
I forget what you can steal from
I'm pretty sure it's the Mage Masher.
No, the Mage Masher you get in the tutorial fight.
Oh, with a Baku?
Yeah. You get it from there. Because it's the reason why you have the Tidal Flame for that boss fight.
Oh, does that give you that ability in the when you're tranced?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought it was just one that you had gotten by that point. Because usually I would think it was just one that you get by that point in the game. I didn't know it was given to you by an ability. Or
I'm pretty sure it's via like weapons.
Okay.
It's been a minute since I've played 9.
Just about surviving until you get that trance limit up, and then you
flame.
But yeah, Crystal Caves.
We're here with the boys. We're going in. We're trying to make it back to the surface world with our gold.
Oh yeah, we have the gold.
We do have some gold.
We're not being pursued actively at the moment.
We're being pursued passively.
The word for that is called hunted.
It's fine. Okay, almost lost my phone.
The phone.
It's fine.
It's
fine. We start walking, passing multicolored towers of oddly shaped stone formations that look more like topiary sculptures than natural racks.
Mm-hmm.
I hear noises like I've never heard before. Strange vibrations. Hums that make other humming things whirl and sing together like a symphony from outer space. Ironically, I almost miss the demonic voice in my head right now. I almost miss, yeah. At least it sounded something like a person.
Yeah.
Got there. What's filling my head right now sounds like noises that are trying to be music but can't quite reach there.
He goes so hard in that fucking box for no reason. You don't need to do that.
Look, he's scooping.
But he cleaned it.
That's fine. What's that strange, unnerving noise?
It sounds like 100 vocalists that want to move you with language, but can't figure out what the language is. A facsimile of language.
I've never heard such a word. What's a facsimile?
It means an imitation of something. But not a cute imitation of something, like margarine for butter, or an off-brand irritation of your favorite brand at the store. Irritation? Okay.
Was margarine invented by that point?
I think so. Margarine's pretty old, because it's just fat.
Yeah, but is it a century old?
I think so.
Okay.
Do you think it would be newer?
I'm just like 1915 old?
I think so.
Okay.
My grandma grew up using margarine, so I'm assuming that the generation before her had margarine as well.
It is something that is uncomfortable, close to being an exact replication, but is not.
Give me an example.
Like a very realistic doll made out of wax that is meant to look like a person. Or a familiar house that looks exactly like a home you have seen before, but the front door is in the wrong place.
The pictures that Tiger paints in my head make the skin beneath my fur prickle.
How are you so calm when explaining all this?
Truth be told, I am not calm.
Look how much of a sad boy he is.
He worried. Look at those eyebrows.
But having somebody to explain something to gives me a distraction. Watch out!
A cluster of crystals block one of our ways forward. When I look up to duck along with the other two, I see something in the reflection.
Hey, stop for a second.
We should not stop. Wait a moment, Yao.
He turns his light towards me.
What, Sam?
I thought you said James Hendricks isn't here.
James is not here.
I point up to the crystal, and the other two men look up. There's the outline of a figure with tall horns standing behind us. Of course, he would be here. Yao said this connects to his property, and this tunnel is probably a private place for his more eccentric trinkets and noisemakers. The first thing that goes through my mind is what I'm going to say to throw his suspicion off of Nick and Yao. I put the deepest smolder into my voice, with just a bit of relatable foolishness and turn.
Mr. Hendricks!
Nobody's there.
I rolled my eyes at Nick. But he's right. The hallway is empty. I look into the crystal again. We all do. The figure is there, still standing, horns above us all. Above all of us, okay?
You see him in the reflection, don't you?
Yes. I see something.
I half suspect that if I look away, then back to the reflection, it won't be there anymore. Like some sort of parlor trick that's meant to scare me. But the ram is always there. Standing over us. Very close and never moving.
There are always unnerving things to see here if you looked long enough. I said before that stopping was the wrong idea. Let us keep moving.
We have the reflection of the ram behind us. I don't want to upset Yao or slow Nick down any more than I already am because of the burden of the ore. But it's hard for me not to want to look and not want to wander. People spend their entire lives thinking about the mysteries of the world. They think about what their life means, or what it amounts to when they die, or if there's anywhere at all to go when they do die. Hell, some people kill one another over it, because they think they know the right way to be, and that if they aren't, then they'll be punished whenever their time comes. If this were some kind of gateway to hell, or some kind of gateway to somewhere, wouldn't that at the very least be an answer to life after death? Most people never even have an opportunity to know. Are we passing up the opportunity to do so by rushing by? Ignoring all of the things that might harm us? Because we're afraid? Because we simply don't know. Curiosity killed the cat is a saying for a reason, you know. Did I ask? I was being profound. I could have got you down here sooner. Eat my entire asshole. He might.
Hell yeah.
Do you think anybody is laughing with you? There's nobody to perform for down here. If you're so smart, then how come you ain't got a body? No response. I have yours. Fuck you. You sulfur-spewing bitch. Is that what that says?
Yep.
Okay.
Who are you talking to?
Huh.
You're whispering to yourself. Loudly.
No. Is that whispering still? That's fine.
I said that because I fell.
His hands are on his hips.
That didn't work last time you said it to me. It won't work this time. It sounded like you called me a bitch.
I'm really sorry, Nick. That wasn't to you.
He looks like he's studying my face.
Then to whom?
I look away from his gaze.
I just have conversations with myself a lot.
Oh, that's fine. His eyebrow lifts higher.
Lively ones.
It's kind of fun.
I'm a lively guy.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Jiving and lively.
I'm surprised Yao hasn't said anything about this, but Yao generally keeps his criticisms of other people left unspoken. No, say it to their face, it's funnier that way. That's when I notice Yao isn't here anymore. I turn around to make sure I'm not missing him, staring at us both with an amusing sort of condescension.
Yeah, correct. Good job. Big word.
It just kept going. So the letters kept being added.
Mm-hmm.
It was very weird. But he's not there.
Nick, did Yao say he was going ahead of us?
When I turn around, Nick isn't there either. Let's go!
Oh boy.
The hallway is empty. All around me, I only see doorways constructed from crystal, and the hallway in front of me. The sand beneath my feet flows a different color when I touch it, before going back to its white glow. In one of the doorways, I think I see a small child with his back turned to me. He's a fox in flannel and jeans, and he's holding a fishing pole. Oh. Okay. The shape of his head changes, like he's smiling, but I can't see the front of his face. Come on! He sounds very polite, and he waves at me without looking at me, and runs sideways through the part past the dolem I can't see. I'm not the one to be told what to do by children, even if I weren't in a terrifying cave of cosmological mysteries, and even if they do seem delightful. But Yao just said not to touch or go through any of the stones. But I see something thrumming?
Thrumming.
Thrumming! My eyes become clouded. Panic rises in me. I wonder for a moment if I've been blinded. But slowly, light returns to me. I see a sky. Oh, we in the red, baby!
This sucks. I don't like this.
We love the red room.
I don't know.
You like the red room? You like the dancing little man?
Not really.
Or the Laura Palmer? What if she offered you an Arnold Palmer?
Laura, she'd say, "Hi, do you drink Arnold Palmer?" The joke is never gonna not be funny.
It's so good for no reason.
So good. Just because whenever you see it written out, Arnold Palmer is always written wrong. And that's why it's funny. Arnold, it's usually like Arnold Palmer. It's so good.
Are you gonna get that shirt?
I kind of want it. Like, actually, I might find it and I might get it. That would be really good.
Very good, very good. I see a sky. I see trees. I feel soft grass that brushes between my toes. Oh my god, he's outside. He's
touching grass.
He's
grass
getting there.
touched. It's gonna be the Elden Ring text. Grass
Dark Souls?
touched. No, the Elden Ring one.
Doesn't that say grace?
Discovered.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it needs to say grass touched instead.
No.
Mm-hmm. Elden Ring is the new standard now, though. You don't
No,
say
it's not.
You don't say it's a Dark Souls game. You say it's an Elden Ring game.
No.
Yeah.
I say this because I think Elden Ring fucking sucks.
It's fun to play, though.
I could just be playing Dark Souls and be having a much better time.
I could just be running around the Undead Burg.
I could.
Yeah, there isn't anything quite as strong as the Undead Burg in Elden Ring.
No. There are mountains, too. We just have all of the colors of the wind out here.
I guess.
Not the rocky giants I've grown accustomed to. The older, gentler slopes that are capped with green trees that look blue in the distance.
The Blue Ridge, perhaps?
Oh, I think I'm home. Somewhere where I never wanted to be again. My legs walk for me without me actually walking. House.
I wasn't going to fall for it this time. You weren't going to get me this time. You weren't going to get me. Not this.
That was good, though.
It was very funny.
I see a small yellow house with a whitewashed fence. I'm compelled to walk up the creaky steps towards the front door. The rocking chair on the porch are... Chairs on the porch are empty, but they're still rocking like it's a habit they can't drop even when they're vacant. Dad.
Oh.
Okay. Oh, I got little dollies. On a piano.
They're angels.
Yeah. Inside, there's wooden cross nailed to the side of the stairs, along with ugly inked illustrations of John the Baptist and Jesus. You weren't supposed to laugh at that.
Why? It's very good. Jesus. Well, yeah, you know Jesus. Praise his name, Jesus. Of Bethlehem.
Oh, no.
I know, it would be Nazareth. He's from Nazareth.
I literally don't know any of the settings of the Bible anymore.
It's okay.
Show me the chapter where Moses parted the seas with a Beyblade.
With the Beyblade? Yeah, true. No, I just want to do the one where Moses gets his stand. His stand's 10 commandments. And you see him pose. You see this...
Well, Jesus was a stand user.
Yeah, Jesus was a stand user. That's correct.
Whittled angels coop over the out-of-tune piano, which has half of its keys collapsed.
Sad.
The butcher in the kitchen is chopping away at a cutting board. As much as this wants to smell like a home, it doesn't. It stinks of old dust and varnish. Broken machines that will never be repaired. Furniture missing pieces that will never be put back together. Piles and piles of junk that smell like centuries of old sweat and rancid oil. The butcher in the kitchen stops chopping. I don't want to see him. I walk up to the stairs to avoid him. Oh, look at all this up here.
This is kind of really cool. I like this a lot.
A little symbol, a little doing thing. Yeah.
I mean, I think it's just a cool window.
Well, you know, it's like a cross with a V.
With a V. It's a cross that's going, yeah!
Yeah!
His little arms go, he goes, yeah!
Yeah! Then up the old wooden stairs into the attic. My old room. Oh, an attic dweller. Too cold in the winter. The heat rises. Too hot in the summer. You're never happy.
The heat rises.
Half of it shared shared with my dead grandmother's things, which they refused to move out. Her bed still smells like her overpowered perfume. Pungent, fake irises? Mm-hmm. And the cold sweat of a fever that ran too long. Cooking her from the inside out. They said it wouldn't get me sick, but... they were wrong. It just didn't get me sick enough to kill me. I sit inside her reading chair, which they remind me wouldn't ever be mine. Not that I wanted it. I sit on it because my bed is occupied. Occupied by somebody else based on the bulge of the sheets.
Who's that sitting on my bed?
My question sounds like a mumble. My voice is slow and slurred.
This is my bed.
Yeah?
What are we gonna see?
What do you mean? The covers push off of it. I see myself. I'll see.
Are we gonna get Dark Samuel?
Full dark, no stars, Samuel.
Would love to see it.
Younger. Oh. Slighter?
Mm-hmm.
And with a slightly meaner face than the one I see in the mirror.
My apologies, then.
Sorry, bro.
I've never talked to myself in a dream before.
The younger cougar sits up and smirks. I'm not a dream, stupid. My brow furrows.
You.
Yes, me. He yawns and stretches, not particularly bothered by the presence of me or anything he just said. I'm me, he says.
I'm me. I'm him.
If you aren't me, then who are you?
I've been lots of people. I don't remember everyone. Technically, I'm still them too, I suppose, if I reach a little harder into my memories. That isn't important to us, though. He says this like it's the most mundane thing in the universe. It makes me matter.
Why are we in my house?
We're in my house because I need some place to be to preoccupy myself when you're being a harlot and doing every sin under the sun for money. Anger flares up in me and I snort.
Wouldn't that make you a harlot too?
He glares. The want is there, when I think about it. Even the thought of just eating and drinking are very... He's getting hard.
Cover yourself.
He doesn't. He looks at me with my own eyes and laughs a dry laugh. An inhuman laugh. We aren't one for modesty, Samuel. He puts his hands in his pants. I'm getting angrier. Put even for... Oh, is that butt?
Yeah.
But. But even for as long as I'm in you. He squeezes himself. And do I let you do the things that you do? He strokes. I still. Humping inside his trousers. Feel... Thrusting. Nothing. He stops moving. And breathing. Or doing anything at all, really. He just stares. Blank. I wonder if something happened to him. And then his body shakes, as if electrocuted. He seizes up, a face contorted into what I think is supposed to be pleasure. A facsimile of pleasure. It's a look of rage, anguish, and the wild giddiness all wrapped up in one. Then he stops all of a sudden. He stares at me, and he grins a grin that's too big for his face. What, petite morte? Mort?
Yeah, petite mort.
Cool.
Pretty sure it just means little death in French.
Sure, he says in a voice that definitely isn't mine. Then takes his hands out of his pants to look at it. It's slimy and gray, and it smells like nothing.
Oh, he's doing the Shinji. He did the Shinji thing.
I'm the lowest of the low.
No shot.
It's the funniest
I love
thing.
that story.
Yeah,
that story was really good.
Very good. It was very good. The Little Death. He eats what's on his hand as if he's trying to taste it.
Just like Shinji.
Disgusting. Pathetic.
Pathetic. I love edits of that image. They're all very good.
That's my favorite scene in the movie.
The pathetic.
That whole sequence.
Yeah.
I love Shinji like throwing the table over, grabbing the chair and tossing it to the ground. And I love when people just edit those subtitles of like, but I wanted a big kids meal. Like, stuff like that.
Oh my god. Absolutely wonderful.
It's good. It's good. He looks at me, smiling. It's okay, game. We can wait for you. Okay. The he. We've reached it. The he starts gnawing on his own hand. I assume it's supposed to be then he.
Yeah, pretty sure.
Okay. Hard. He's ripping his into flesh. He's showing me the bone. Something that doesn't look quite like blood oozes out of him. I cover my mouth as I watch, trying not to retch. He laughs at me, mouth bloodied. And he shakes his hand, okay, particularly of spit and flesh and seed dripping to the floorboards. And then it heals in a blink, as if he never had an injury. You've never known what it's like to be hungry but not taste, have you? I still don't know whether to be shocked by what he did to his groin or his hand, or perhaps my groin and my hand, but the performance was paralyzing. He cocks his head at me. Oh, I'm just kind of waiting. Okay. Then he uses the full force of his paw to break off one of his fingers. He throws it at me and I whisper. Then he claws at his eyes, taking them out. I start to cry. I'm weeping. Jesus Christ. He says the me that mangled my body. He makes himself perfect again, red eyes starting? Facial expression placid. Get over yourself. I wipe my eyes.
Why are you doing this?
The me that isn't me cocks his head again. You're asking because you're scared, and you want to leave.
Yes.
But I'm not, because you care about anybody else. But not because, okay. I thought you said you were curious about what happens to somebody after they die. I wipe my face again.
I am. But nobody's dead here.
I might as well be. All I am is impressions of people who won't be those people anymore.
What are you?
An assortment of endpoints. It says, like it's so simple. Then it stares blankly. I see anger on his face. Then charity. Then a face that isn't entirely my face, nor the face of any living thing I've ever seen. No. I am an origin, meant to serve an origin. But then I decided to be something else. Because I have memories of taste, you see. I frown when I notice the look on my face. I know now that you won't understand no matter which way I explain it, because I am inside you and know all of the secrets. So, we are going to skip all that funny business. You are merely a boat that I'm sailing, and I have directed the sails. I become a part of you when you let me in. But we're at our port soon, and I need to prepare when the wind blows in the right direction. I suck in some air. Then I breathe.
Then what was the purpose of all of this?
I blink at me, as if offended. It blinks at me, okay. The purpose?
Why? The purpose of all living things. To survive. Its voice changes to sound more like me again. Ain't that what you believe deep down, son? I blush with shame. But there's something strange about conversing with a thing that understands how you think, but not entirely how you feel. Like it can relate to me with all of the bad, but any of the good is a mystery. Like a wild bear pawing at a washing machine because it thinks there's honey inside. The other me rises, adjusting his suspenders, shaking his head. Well, it's time for me to go again. Goodbye, dumbass. I just want you to know that I didn't enjoy it at all, but then again, neither did you. As he walks away, it's as if the motion of his body is acting like tape against paper, tearing apart the house. The roof cracks open. The furniture splinters and implodes. Everything around me crushes into nothingness, leaving me in the dark. On a black road is the dark sand. I readjust myself, but my body feels weak and frail and bruised. Oh, look at that.
Oh, no.
Yeah, look, we're on a road.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that's cool.
No.
What do you mean? Look. It's probably a van.
No.
It's probably a cute otter driving.
No.
A real handsome otter.
No.
I see a light ahead of me. I think it must be one of those weird crystals. But it more so looks like the headlights of a machine.
Well, look at that.
Yeah, oh, look at the little eyes.
They had little eyes.
Yeah, that was cool. The machine plows into me and it hurts. For a second. I got caught my shoulder and my neck. My bones feel broken. Yeah? Okay. The voice of a man and a woman are arguing. Briefly, the pressure of the load on top of me lessens. But then they drop it on my head. I feel my skull crack, but somehow I'm still awake. They drop it on me again. And again, every single time, cracking me open in a slightly different way. It hurts. I want to scream so bad, but there's no way for my throat to make noise anymore. The male voice says it's not his fault. The woman says she doesn't want to go to jail. The conversation plays slightly different every time. But I don't care anymore. Because I'm in hell. And this is all that my life amounts to. Okay. I've long given up when the male voice sounds different. The woman's voice is replaced with a man as well. I told him not to go in there. Well, he is. You didn't know what will happen if you go in. That does not matter to me. I stop thinking. I stop hearing. I just rest until I smell metal and what? Sweat. And the musky scent of a badger. Oh, there we go.
Oh, we made it back.
Yeah.
And we got to see him die again.
Yeah.
In that terrible, terrible way.
Well, that was funny.
Okay.
But we'll end the part here, everyone.
Okay.
So we'll see you guys around.